Hello, everybody. So, as announced, my lecture is planned to be in English, but first of all, one question. Is there anybody non-German speaking in the room? Okay, for you, you get it in English. So, I'm happy to do this as planned. So, we expect also international people here. And yes, I will talk today about the topic from small to large, which means not that we can do small and can do large. It's all about the transition. And this is what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. Now it works, but okay. Yeah, a brief agenda, AutoStore at a glance. It's really a glance. You can check out our website for further details. Yeah, then I will give you a brief introduction how to design a good warehouse, and then answering the question why AutoStore, and yeah, how you can anticipate change and growth in your business. So, and then one of the last topics is how far you can go. I give you an outlook, what you can achieve in your future after you have started small, where you can go. So, and then also what's going on in AutoStore. So, as you know, we are in the market since several years, and everybody is kind of knowing something about AutoStore, and we always prove that we create the future, even if the platform itself, it's already in place for years, and I will give you an outlook on what's next. So this is a test for your eyes, so if you can read everything, then you won. No, I just want to give you a glimpse about AutoStore, and these figures usually are outdated because we are public and we only can show you the last quarter, and this is how it goes currently. I can tell you we have more than 70,000 robots outside, and we have more than 1,550 systems out in the world in 57 countries. So some outdated. I don't want to dive too deep into this slide, but what I want to mention is AutoStore itself is the manufacturer and holding the intellectual property of this invention, and the project integration. So what you can buy and the projects themselves will be done by our integrators. We have worldwide 23 integrators, so that we can really operate worldwide. So you can get always a local contact in any region you are planning warehouses. Some of these partners you can meet here on the summit. So they have booths and also stuff here, and you can reach out to them. Yeah, of course, we have a lot of clients. As I mentioned, we have a huge installed base. And to be honest, most of the customers do not buy only one AutoStore. Once they started, they roll out. So we have customers with 20 or more installations of an AutoStore. Okay, so now a little bit that you can go home and say, yes, I have learned something on the summit. No, I think most of these topics you see here, you know, but for us it's important, of course, we are a technology company and we provide a certain solution. But as mentioned in the lecture before, the technology or the choice of technology is not the start. It's down the road in the process. So at first, you need to define your goals, what you want to achieve with any kind of automation, if it's a warehouse or a production facility. And then, very, very crucial, use your data. It's so crucial. Of course, we have no crystal ball to tell about the future. I come to that later. But what is important is really to understand what are we doing today, and then to figure out what could be a good solution for you. And then the next step, we are still not in technology. We are thinking in processes. That means you have to analyze your material flows whenever it is production or a warehouse, from inbound to outbound and beyond. Sometimes the logistics manager struggle with things created by purchasing department. Yeah? You have to cope with these challenges created by other departments, and it is a good advice to say, look into your supply chain. Why do I have inbound peaks? Yeah, maybe you can mitigate them and not need to cope with them. So these processes from end to end are mandatory to understand, to make good choices. And then look into technologies and best practices. Yeah, it doesn't need to be your same industry, but there are so many smart solutions outside, not only AutoStore. Other companies utilize other technologies, and there you can learn. Whenever we do a site visit, the customers or prospects do not discuss about the AutoStore. They say, yeah, this is AutoStore, it works, fine. And they discuss about processes, about packaging, about consolidation, bringing flows together, and those solutions. These are more interesting than, is it an AutoStore or is it a stacker crane or a shuttle, whatever. So these are, in brief, some advices. So let's look into more detail. It's also already down the road. It's about the technology to make choices about. So what we experience, people start in some automation, better or less better, and then they say, okay, this has a good ROI. Yes, for the moment, yes. Check. But if you anticipate later changes, we always come in where people have to tear out things which were installed before. So that means we maybe need to have a higher capex in the beginning, but have the right platform to anticipate changes and growth at a later stage. And this makes the business case. Tearing down, having concept to rebuild something, it's cost. And this is very often forgotten in these cases. So if you invest in technologies which are not having this flexibility, then you pay twice in a way. Maybe not twice, but 1.5. And my recommendation is really look into your success, growth, ideas. You are a B2B company, but you want to do direct sales. What impact has that on your technology? Do you have the flexibility to do things like that? Or do you need to build a new warehouse to do that? So, this is my advice. And here mentioned very prominent, start small, but automated with a good technology which has the flexibility to support your future things. What you gain for your CapEx, it's you get more efficiency, you get less errors, You are sustainable also by having less errors, less returns, and you have a good utilization of your space in your warehouse. Yeah, some people say, yeah, we need a green field because we are running out of space. No, sit down, look. Maybe you can implement a much denser solution and stay in your building, and this makes the ROI. New building doesn't produce nothing. It's just concrete and standing in the landscape. And this is all about sustainability. Yeah, and then one very important thing, the scarcity of workforce has high demand for ergonomics. Yeah, if you have bad ergonomics, people don't stay too long in this operation, they will leave, and then you have to hire new, you have to train new all the time. So, I don't know why this needs a little more push. So, coming by saying that before answering the question, why AutoStore? Yeah, some of the arguments you had listened to already. It's really easy to integrate and to deploy. If it's standalone, it's even more easier. We have an API. We connect to any WMSs, whatever you have. Yeah? If it is SAP or other solutions, we can connect, and it's easy to deploy. And it just needs one training, you can do it yourself. Yeah? Then, the short implementation time. We can set up a warehouse with 60,000 bins and high throughput or high throughput of 1,000 bins per hour within 6 months or below. So it's really easy to deploy. And yeah, so this is also, we have tools to test upfront your WMS. There's emulation, there's simulation. You can do everything in advance, and when the grid is installed in your floor, then you can start right away. So then another thing is, it's not complex in operation. So there are other solutions which are nice, can treat high throughputs, but they are complex to operate. You have to have deep knowledge and understanding of your material flows, and if it is not in the sweet spot anymore, the system, it's difficult to bring it back on track. So this is one thing, and also for the operators, it's standard for goods to person, it's easy to train. Yeah? You have repetitive processes, and within 10, 20 minutes, your operator is there to do a good job. Then we have another not to forget topic. It's the shortest order lead time. So by saying that, imagine a system with 10,000 order lines per hour, and you have a look ahead level of a quarter hour. Yeah? This is possible, and we fulfill the order at that capacity within 3.5 minutes. So assumption is 2 order lines, typical e-com order, and this is really fast. Then we are scalable, and this is crucial. You can really start small with low throughput, start your business, and as you grow, you can build during operation. That means you can add robots, you can add workstations, and you can add storage locations independently of each other. So you can just stay with the same storage and just grow the throughput with the same 10,000 bins you have. But you can do double the order in comparison to your start. So you really can scale and grow. Then, of course, 24/7 is a good deal with this automation because it has high availability and reliability. We have an overall uptime of 99%, 0.7 over all installed systems in the world. So I sold a lot of technologies. We never had achieved that before, and it's really outstanding. And on the line beside, you see H-Mart, which is grocery, and there you see two grids. One is in chilled environment, and the other one is ambient. And we have latest news for you. We can integrate two temperature zones, frozen and chilled, in one AutoStore system. And I think it's really cool, not only because it's frozen. This is possible to set up, and you see these two different grids. Small size, 80 square meter. This is the only few SKUs are chilled. You can do that. Some other topics. The technology in itself is sustainable. So you can say the power consumption for an AutoStore with 10 robots and 3 ports, you can achieve, I would say, 300, 320 order lines per hour, and this uses just 1,000 watt. It's like your hair dryer. I don't need a hair dryer, but I've heard they have 1,000 watt. And then another thing is, everybody is talking about long lifetime of your product. It's a big discussion in EU, repairable goods. AutoStore is repairable. It's easy. If you open the robot, you see one PCB, you see 3 drives, and some timing belts. End of the story. And if something is broken, you can exchange easily. Even I can do that. It's not rocket science. And at least you can relocate an AutoStore. If you change your warehouse, you can move it from one place to another. We did this last year with one of the biggest sites we had in Germany with L-Shop. It really moved into a new building. And this is sustainable, not throwing away. It's reuse, repair, and then energy efficient operation. We have sites that are powered with solar panels. Completely. They don't need external energy when the sun is shining. The uptime I already mentioned, and this anticipation of changes in your business. We are really, how can I say, we can adopt and cope with things. You don't need to throw away. I will give you some samples later on. As I said, it's easy to maintain and keep up to date. We have the first AutoStore system is still running and was extended with current actual workstations, robots we have. So this is a platform you invest in and you can use it over years. And this is something what is really beneficial for everyone. And then, last not least, we are available in 57 countries, and we are adding over the time more and more. And of course, before we sell, we check all the compliances with the local regulations, which takes us an effort of minimum half a year. But we looked into it seriously before we sell. So, and side talk, this is one of the biggest e-com retailer in Czech Republic. And here you can see how you can grow and how big things can be, and also how you can integrate with packaging machines, sorters, pouch sorters, and any other technologies. Our partners are capable to integrate really. We are the cube people, yes, but we have our partners which can make a very good end-to-end solution with all things you need. And here you can see we achieve a throughput of 9,100 bins per hour with such a system. We have systems, they have 100 bins per hour and are very small. And this is start small, you can go there. With a small corner, you started in your warehouse. This site was made with Element Logic, and yeah, they are also here in the summit. You can meet the people as well. So I will give you a sample of a 3PL, which is typical for change and growth. Yeah, they have customers, they have contracts end and contracts come. So, and this 3PL decided to invest into an AutoStore. Yeah, so we have 18,000 SKUs, storage locations of 36, and high throughput is really leading, and not too much demand for storage. It's more a kind of fast-moving system. And then, after a period of time, they got the customer B. Yeah, is doing B2B, which is, if consultants are here, the order structure is different. Typical e-com order is 1.2 order lines on average, and yeah, B2B can be big orders. And yeah, so I give you here some pictures, figures also, and it's just to show what can happen to a 3PL. And he says, okay, I have that. I started with 2,000 square meter. Yeah, this is the case I had. And this is just customer A. Then customer A plus B leads just to plus 24 robots, and it's more storage driven. And so the grid is much bigger, another 3,500 in total. And we have not too many order lines per hour, which results to plus 600 bins per hour. And this story goes on like this, and this is a multi-tenant site, which minimizes the risk for the 3PL. It's really cool. He knows what he is doing. The operators in the warehouse are trained. They can really say, yeah, I understand that. It's the same workstation, but different items. I can handle that. And so on. So you can really check out in the very beginning. You can calculate how far you can go. And we do the exercise for you. You can really say, okay, how far can I go in this building with this grid size, and what throughput is possible. We simulate everything. It doesn't need to be in place. We just show you how far you can go with this warehouse. So this is what I wanted to tell you. 3PL is more dynamic than if you own the business. Maybe you are a retailer, you will be a retailer the next 10 years as well, but maybe new channels, direct sales. And now something we are pretty proud of. This is how far you can go. It's 2 grids in one site with 2,000, more than 2,000 robots and 500K bins. This is throughput driven. Yeah? You can see the density of the robots on the grid. It shows really how dense we can go. And in total, this installation handles 44K bin presentations, which doesn't represent exactly 44K order lines. In some picks you need a second bin, so you have to deduct order lines a little bit. But in general, this is something which is really impressive, and it's difficult to achieve with other technologies. So yeah, don't worry to grow. So we are not the limit if you want to grow. So you can do it like that. And yeah, we are constantly working on to enable more and more, which can be, I don't know, when I started in 2018, we had this picture. This was AutoStore. Yeah, the lower left corner was AutoStore when I started. Yeah, we had average systems with 30 robots and 30K bins. And then here you can see even we already leave in throughput this green field, I would say. And you can combine big storage with low throughput. So we have also archive system. FBI is using AutoStore, and it's not a high throughput system. They have their files in. Yeah, but it's safe and yeah, well done. And so how you can really see where the journey of us together with our customers go. Yeah, this I skip. What I want to express more and more important is how fast AutoStore can fulfill an order. Yeah, and it's really, we run 10,000 bins per hour capacity with average 2 lines per order. We have 320 robots on the grid, which has 100,000 bins. And we need 3.5 minutes to fulfill an order. Don't worry about somebody can call. We have in-store solutions. People are waiting at the counter, like in the pharmacy. Yeah, the salesperson is still talking to you, and in the background, AutoStore brings the things. Yeah, that was this topic, and yes, I mentioned already multi-temperature, the level up, and yeah, there will be new things coming up every year. 2 times a year, we launch new products for you as a customer. So, yeah, now we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds for questions. Thank you.
Dankeschön, Peter, for the moment. Thank you for the moment. And at this moment, I think we don't have enough time for questions. But if we have questions later, where we can find you?
Okay. The 2 minutes we don't use?
Ich gucke mal auf meine Regie und die Regie sagt, ja, also nehmen wir eine Frage, das ist doch großartig. Und ich sehe, es ist eine Meldungsfrage. Wunderbar. Ich schaue mal gerade, ob wir das technisch mit einem Mikrofon noch kurz lösen dürfen. Und da wird auch schon ein Mikrofon gereicht. Vielleicht gerne einmal kurz vorstellen und dann deine Frage.
Hallo, guten Tag. Hello. Nicholas Dewitt, my name, from the company Berkshire Grey. Quick question, what's the average manufacturing lead time today? So if I order an AutoStore system?
Yeah, currently it's 12 weeks at the standard.
12 weeks to manufacture a system? Wow, okay.
Yeah, but we can go more down, but we name usually, if there's no pressure, 15 weeks, yeah, to be a little bit flexible. But standard, what we can achieve is 12. And then, yeah, we have customers, they go below.
Okay, impressive, thank you.
Yeah.
Other questions for the moment? Okay, so my last question is where we can find you later.
Yeah.
Wo können wir dich nochmal finden, wenn wir Fragen haben?
Yeah, we have our booth over there. If you enter the building, you see us immediately. So we are there to help you and answer all your questions. So.
Peter, dann sage ich erstmal vielen, vielen Dank.
Ja, thank you.